Hello, everybody. How y'all doing out there today? Reverend Do Right, Kenny King, fool, silly, crazy, or whatever word you choose to attach to its entity you might think you looking at it. Do Right visited another church today. Yeah, Do Right got out and went to churches, a lot of churches, a lot of assemblies now. And while they were in the service, the speaker was speaking on something about the woman being the destroyer. A lot of times, men, because it said every man got a good woman beside him or behind him, but it seems like all men fall through the power or the seduction of the woman. Kinda. And it was one of them churches where you could reason, because they was a church that dealt with reason and not belief in how we feel, but we want to sit down and look at and talk about the reason and get the dialogue going. Not the debate, but the dialogue and the sharing information. And that's one thing as a people we lacking behind him because we don't share information. But Do Right, try to get back to that in a minute. It's kind of still on course. And Do Right in his reasoning said that the man, the entity, the person, the character that they give to us, that we all know as Dr. Martin Luther King, he did a speech called If I Had Sneezed. And I seen a clip of it online, like on YouTube, and they got other little video sites where people upload the different stuff. You get a lot of information like that. And it was said at that time, we don't know. My generation, we weren't there. I mean, I was a child when that was going on. You know, I was a child. But it said that the knife he was stabbed with, it missed him by that much. And it was said if he had sneezed, he would have died. And at the end of that documentary, or that video series, it was shown that it was a black woman who stabbed him. You right there trying to set the foundation again, you know, because you got to have a foundation to build on. And there were going to be other people down the road that are going to be able to build on a lot of what Do Right saying. Because they exposed truth and got more information. Somebody and said, only God can judge you. Well, depends on who you call your God. Then whatever you call God, gonna judge you. But anyhow, that made Do Right lose his train of thought, so to speak, a little bit. We'll catch it up. But it was a black woman that had stabbed him. So now, here daily life. Always on the go because somebody calling it. And the people that he worked it the hardest for, and the people who have benefited the most from what the brother did. Hold on to it now. It was somebody from this group of people who tried to take him out. The one he worked the hardest for. The one he went out of his way the most for. Now I hope some of y'all can understand it. You know, my dialogue ain't the best. I mean, look, I ain't got nothing to say all the words fancy. See, some of us got to stop looking at the messenger. Because, see, we want Jesus to look like we want Jesus to look like. And Do Right going to try to tackle this whole thing using the book that people say is the Word of God. Cool. And I use that book especially for the people in the Southeast, especially black people in the Southeast, because they're consider the Bible Belt from like Texas up, you know, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, North South Carolina, Virginia, the southeastern state, the southeastern state for y'all that got to be proper. It's considered the Bible Belt. And most of these people, they scared book or their word of God is the Bible. And in order to reach people, you got to talk the language of these people. So these people talk Jesus. You can't talk to these people talking about no Muhammad. You can't come talking to these people talking about no Buddha. You can't even come over here talking to people talking about no Amun Ra. For those of y'all who will get these videos and feel where I'm coming from. See, because if I'm a doctor and I say toenail, I ain't talking about the same thing if I'm a carpenter and I say toenail. See, so you got to talk the language that the people know. But the person who asked the question, I mean, after I said that, and I made that statement about Dr. King, then the question was posed, if, I got to go back a little bit, okay, because Do Right don't want to be saying he left something out on it. Because some people like to live words, and they'll take 2 or 3 little things that you said, and they'll try to blow that up like that's all you see. You know? And they want to deal with things on emotion. And I ain't dealing with this on the emotional level. See, now the prayer line want to go on. But I tell you what I'm going to do about that. I'm just going to cut the prayer line off. Because most of them ain't sent no tithe no way. And we don't even charge for 5%. Using up all the Holy Ghost. Anyhow. But at the end of that, when I made the statement about the black woman stabbing Dr. King, I come back in my reasoning at that church, and I made the statement then that it's some that can't be really looked at on the individual level. is something that really has to be looked at. As on the nature level of black women in a whole. Because if y'all follow along with Do-Right gonna always talk about the nature of things. He talked about them in a few of his videos already. And it's something that we got to sit down as a people and kind of study on. And not get all emotional because we hear something that we don't like because we've been told all our life that was right. And we've been led to believe one thing. And we think the little bit that we got is all there is. We'll do right. It's only about 11 minutes. It's probably going to take maybe another 4 sessions, maybe about 3, 4 more videos to really put it across. Because these kind of complex things that you can't say no little one sentence and answer the question. And we have to be willing to sit down and listen. It takes a lot of discipline to be able to sit down and listen to somebody else. And not deal with things on emotion, but look at the overall picture and see the common ground. Because we were in school and we took a fraction and we used to do the common denominator. See? In everything that being said. And not just pick a few things that we don't like that we hear and run away with them. And then start attacking the messenger like they attacked Jesus. But do right at 12:50 here, and I have 15-minute limit to a clip. But I want to overstow stuff. In about 10 minutes, see, they already know that the average person's attention span ain't about 10 minutes. That's why about every 7 to 10 minutes, when you cut on that box called a TV, which is a tell live vision, because they lying to you on it. They give you a commercial, and they selling you stuff, and they suggesting stuff to you. So we have to keep the video kind of short to kind of let you digest some stuff. So Do-Right gonna let this one go, and we'll come back, and we'll try to pick off what we left off.